How'd y'all like my powdered vodka I put in my drink? Y'all see that?
What's that?
What is what? That's my lunch and my breakfast. I was kind of running late this morning, and cucumbers and breast of chicken and boiled eggs. That's my lunch and my breakfast. I didn't have any breakfast.
Please don't open that.
What?
Please don't open that.
What?
Oh, eggs are nasty.
You're in the minority. She's weird.
I got everything else.
She's
Yeah. Put some salt on me so bad.
Y'all don't like eggs either.
No, boiled eggs are delicious.
There's only 2 or 3 things I don't like, edible wise, and that is meatloaf. I never understood meatloaf. Why don't you just make hamburger steak? Why do you make meatloaf?
Loaf of meat.
It doesn't.
It's supposed to resemble bread. It's the meat.
And then beef liver. I have tried. I've been red. I did not. I'm not a redneck. I'm gonna try anything. Okay, but I've tried it several times and I just can't eat it.
Beef liver.
I'm trying to think of anything else. Honestly, food is food. Food is good. So, what are you shaking your head about now?
What are you talking about?
I was talking about I used to be friends with this guy, and every morning he wanted a bunch of eggs into a blender and drink.
Dang old Rocky. Dun, 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 dun.
He was a fighter.
As long as you, well, that's just nothing but protein.
They go right.
That's why they do it. Dang old, you got to make sure they're refrigerated. Dang old dead. Dang old kill your ass.
Wait,
I mean, it would. Dang old salmonella.
wait, does it like make them first cook it? Not as good.
No, it kills the germs. It kills those germs. You just can't have them room temperature.
So why would you not just cook them?
I don't know. They're in a hurry. I don't know. Heck, I don't know. Go ask Rocky. It was the old school way of training. I don't know. Somebody Google it, okay, and find out. Easily will Google it. They Google everything.
That's true. What do you need to Google?
Easily Google why did people do eggs, drink eggs back in the day. See, easily gonna get it right on it. All right, so here we go. 1/2
Okay, I got
x
you.
squared minus 10x plus 25. 1/2 minus 2/2, and then what's the derivative of x squared? 2x. What's the derivative of 10x? 10. So now that's going to give us 1/2 x squared minus 10x plus 25. What's 1/2 minus 2/2? Negative 1/2. Are we finished? No, because you need to rewrite it. What y'all laugh about now?
It said,
I looked up and it said it's just easier.
What's it?
The eggs.
Oh, yeah.
It said it's easier to drink.
Hey, the egg thing, I got an answer. It
What'd you
says
get?
boxers-
Easily? Gotta let easily.
Yeah, box-
There's those Google people.
Listen, boxers used to do it because it was an excellent source of muscle building protein, and drinking it was is faster and quicker than making an omelet.
Faster and quicker, that's why. Well, what are you eating? Chocolate cake. Ooh, I can't stand chocolate
no,
cake.
it is very healthy, thank you. It's a muscle.
Makes me sick. All right, I'm sorry. Sorry for that little outburst.
Eggs. I don't eat a lot of
Everything? I know it. Need some chocolate.
Okay, what do you do next? Well, you can put the negative exponent, bring it downstairs. So your final answer is 2x minus 10 over 2 times x squared minus 10x plus 25 raised to the what? 1/2 power. Are we finished? No, because you can factor out the 2, and what can you do with the 2's? Cancel out, Hubert. That's right, class. 2x minus 5 over 2 times x squared minus 10x plus 25 raised to the what? 1/2 power. And the 2's cancel out. Now you can actually, that's x minus 25. What is that? What is x squared minus 10x plus 25? Shortcut number what?
2.
Good job. So you were the one that actually listened that day. Okay? So I'm going to take my handy dandy and I'm going to get training on this one day. Now we can do x plus 5 over x. That's not going to help. I was going to say we could do, no, it's not going to help. It's going to give us x minus 5. So it's going to, well, it will help us a little bit. I was going to try to cancel. So that's going to be x minus 5 quantity squared raised to the what? 1/2. And that's going to give us x plus 5 over what?
Gosh almighty, it looks so good.
Hubert,
Yes.
when did the one on top turn into a plus 5?
Oh, God. Did I mess up something? Where?
Oh, yeah.
In the answer, the x plus 5 and the numerator.
X minus 5. Sorry. Oh, good. Good. That does work. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where do you get a 1? Where? Where are you talking about?
Oh.
Okay, now she asked a question and then Miss
No,
Shuttleworth, what are you
I
talking
wasn't saying anything
about?
about a 1, just that it's just a minus 5, that's all. I just noticed that, that's it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a minus 5. I missed that. Now that cancels.
1.
Okay, okay. They got 1. I don't know why they got the answer written like that. G prime of 1. Okay, yeah. So this one does work out. That's supposed to be a minus. And what's x minus 5 over x minus 5?
1.
1. And I have no idea what they're talking about. Why is that a V there? I don't know what. Oh, she got that wrong. Okay. What are they asking there? G prime of x is equal to. Why they got 2 answers there? Oh, it's supposed to be positive or negative 1 because you can take the square root of positive. The square root of positive and negative 1. The square root of 1 is positive and negative 1. That's why they get that. The only thing I care about is this one. Okay, because this is what you should be able to do. Now again, let's go back and look. How much of this is calculus? Let's take our handy dandy highlighter. Where is the calculus? Actually, right here is the calculus. That's one line out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whatever 1 out of 7 is, that's your percentage of calculus in this problem. Capiche?
Yep.
Ooh, another good one. Now, could you do this one 2 ways? Yes, you could do it 2 ways. You could do the algebra first. It's going to be a pain, but the calculus would be easier. Or you could use the product rule and the chain rule. Let's take this one over to the whiteboard and let's do it. X times 2x minus 6 quantity cubed. Somebody write that down because I'm not going to remember it. My short-term memory is awful. I'm the kind of person that you give me a phone number, I'll say it 5 times, and when I walk over to the phone, I'll forget it. I have no short-term memory. X times 2x minus 6 raised to the third power. Somebody in here got that written down?
Yep.
Okay. And X, I forgot it. I know f of x is equal to x. So, x to the third power. F of x is equal to x times something to the third power. X minus what?
2x.
X minus what?
2x.
2x.
No. It's 2x minus 6.
Whatever. That powdered vodka I put in my drink while we got.
Powdered.
X minus what?
6.
And that powdered vodka.
Yeah. I've invented it myself. All right, so that's equal to, now if you do the algebra, this is going to be a mess algebra-wise, but you can actually do it. That's going to be x times 2x minus 6 squared times 2x minus 6. And you can do shortcut number 2 there. That's going to give you 2x, x times 4x squared minus 24x plus 36 times 2x minus 6. And I'm going to take that 2x minus 6 and I'm going to pull it out here. And that's going to give us 2x squared minus 6x times 4x squared minus 24x plus 36. And now use the distributive law. And that's going to give us 8x to the fourth minus 48x to the third plus 72x squared minus 24x to the third plus 24 times 6 is going to be 144. Somebody check my math. 144x to the second minus 6 times 36 is going to be 196. Somebody check my math. 196x. Somebody check my math on those.
You're right.
Everybody got it? So now I can combine like terms and get 8x to the fourth. What's negative 48 plus 24? Dang on negative 72?
I got 36 times 6 is 216.
Okay, I wouldn't doubt it. Somebody said I was right. Yeah, Is it 196 or 216? 6 times 3.
Calculator.
Yeah. 2 what? 216?
Yes, sir.
All right, check my math again, make sure.
Yes.
Except for easily. All right, so negative 48 and negative 24, is that negative 72?
Tommy's right.
And 72 plus 216? I don't know, what is it? What's 72 plus 144? 216x to the second minus 216x. Now take the derivative of each one of those. 32x to the third minus, what is that, 216? 216 likes 216. X squared plus 532 x minus 216. Now, we're gonna check, see if I did my algebra right, because I have no idea, because some of y'all tell me I'm doing it right, and some of you tell me I got a mistake, so I don't know if I got all of them right or not. But that's the algebraic way. Again, 90% of it is algebra. And only the last line is what? Calculus. All right, now I want you to do it using the product rule and the chain rule. And see if you get the same answer. If I did everything correctly. Yeah, when I do my morning ritual, I know if I'm going to be late or not. And if I know I'm going to be late, I put boiled egg in there.
So that's, you said that was cucumber, chicken, and boiled egg, right?
Yeah, why?
So what's that liquid floating around the bottom?
Probably the water off the cucumbers. Oh, God.
It's brown.
You're looking at it that close? I can't even see it.
It's an inch worth. Oh.
There's only like 2 or 3 water off the cucumbers. Dang old cucumbers, dang old like a melon. Dang old, what's in a cantaloupe? Biscuits.
Dude, I bet that is so good, dog.
Dang, how do you see water in there?
Brown liquid on the bottom.
It's very obvious from our end.
You're telling me y'all can see that water on the bottom?
You were
Yes.
saying that.
There's no way in hell they can see the water on the bottom of this.
Yes.
Y'all must see the cucumbers, but I don't see the water.
It's brown. What?
Yeah, it looks like soup. Yeah.
Well, it's brown because I got everything covered in pepper. No, it's vodka. I soak everything in vodka.
Maybe I've been drinking too much.
Like the cucumbers.
I think y'all about loony. Make fun of my food. Tell us how you hate my food.
For sure it tastes
Yeah,
good.
you did. Might as well, didn't you, JC?
You paused. You thought about it.
All right, now let's do it by the calculus first. First, times the derivative of the second. I'm going to just put the derivative in blue. 2x minus 6 to the third power plus the second (2x minus 6 to the third power) times the derivative of the first. I'll do that one for you. I'll do the derivative of the second. That's the derivative first. That's 1. So x times, and I'm going to do this in blue, so we're still doing the derivative. I'm going to do 3 times 2x minus 6 to the second power. And what's the derivative of 2x? 2.
2.
Plus 2x minus 6 to the third power. I'll do this one for you. 1. All right? Is the calculus done?
Yes.
Yes, you're done with the calculus. Now it's 100% what? Algebra. Some of y'all really do what? Suck at. Got anything else out of your system?
I don't eat seafood. I don't eat mac and cheese.
What? You don't eat mac and cheese?
Beans.
What? Jeez.
I like green beans.
I heard comment.
What kind of prison are you living in?
Yellow beans and brown rice is a good source of protein.
I eat rice.
I don't know
Unless it's covered.
Oh, what yellow beans are.
You don't know what yellow beans are? They're beans that are yellow.
I've never seen them.
Oh, you never seen them?
Right.
You work in a daggone grocery store. You're supposed to know everything.
I think people expect that. You should know everything. At the
Yeah.
grocery store.
I couldn't do your job.
What's on the second shelf?
Huh?
They asked me a question and I don't know. It's the end of the world.
Yeah, and I can't stand to go over to the deli because it's like grandpa and grandma over there. Oh my gosh. So I just stand over there in the produce section until nobody's at the deli counter, and then I go over there. People are like, oh, I don't know, I want cornbread or I want bread. Dumbass, you need to know that before you go up to the dadgum counter. I'm sorry. Now what?
Have to do that.
Now what? Well, the 2 can come out with 3x, and that'll give you what?
6.
6x times 2x minus 6 plus 2x minus 6 to the 3rd power. Now, we can do what? Algebra using the shortcuts, but you got to change this into, let's go ahead and do 4x squared. 4x squared minus 24x plus 36 plus 2x minus 6 to the 2nd power times 2x minus 6. And there's that again. So 6x. Let's go ahead and distribute this. That's going to be 24x to the 3rd minus 144x squared. Somebody check me.
Yep.
Plus that 216x plus 4x squared minus 24x plus 36 times 2x minus 6. So we still got a bear over here that we got to contend with. We still got to do this guy. So that's going to be fun. 24x to the 3rd minus 144x squared plus 216x. All right? That's going to be 8. I'm just going to put plus bracket. That's going to be 8x to the 3rd minus 48x squared plus 72x minus 24x squared plus 144x minus, what is 36 times 6? Is that 216 again? We only got like 5 216s in this problem. Okay, that's going to be 24x cubed minus 144x squared plus 216x plus 8x cubed. Okay, 40, somebody do 48 plus 72, is that 72x squared? $72 plus 216 again?
Everything's 216.
Y'all supposed to be going with me on this. Minus 216. And I think that's, y'all check me. Now what's 24? Oh shoot. What's 24 plus 8? Is that 32? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 32 x cubed. And then negative 144 minus 72,
Is
that's 216.
16.
Oh, what a surprise.
I think whoever made this problem had a 216.
Evidently, they had something on their mind. 216 and 216 is 532.
It's 430. And it would match. The other one was supposed to be 432.
Okay.
I figured that out.
That's supposed to be 432, sorry. 432, that's when I asked y'all 2 or 3 times if I had it right and y'all didn't tell me. Okay, thank you. Minus 216. This is a very good problem, not for a test question. I mean, it's kind of long for a test question, but it's not. But the reason it's a great problem, can anybody tell me why it's a great problem?
It involves calculus and algebra.
Because it shows you how much calculus you're actually doing. Here it is, right here. Here's the calculus right there. Here's the calculus. Where's the calculus? Right. Yeah, here's the calculus right here.
That's supposed to be for the quarter.
Yeah. Now, again, on a test question, if that is a test question, I'm sorry, but you can see that the easiest way to do it pretty much is on the left-hand side. But, you know, whips or chains, I mean, which one you gonna pick? I mean, they're both pain. What is that noise?
It's like a higher pitched version of that.
Where's it coming from?
No one knows.
Okay, well, whoever's doing it, stop. All right.
Not a person.
It's not a person.
It's not a person. Nobody's doing it.
What is it?
It does in every class.
I blame Oconee.
Does it do it? Coney, is that you up there doing that?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. Y'all waking him up. Don't wake him up. All right. All right, so let's see if we got it right. Did we get it right? Where's the question? Lord, they didn't even do half of it.
Jeez, we finished it.
They only did one little part. What did they do? Let's see. They did,
Yeah, we didn't get that at all.
We didn't get anything close to that.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't figure out how on earth they got that. I tried like everything.
that's not correct. I don't know how they did that. Let's see. They took 3. Well, see, they used the. If I turn that stupid thing off, they used the. They used the chain rule because that. What's 3 minus 1? 2. Excuse me, but the derivative of 2x minus 6 is not 4x minus 3, and I don't even know where they got the 8. We're gonna mark that up as, oh, they got to watch it, but it's not the same question, is it? Let's see if they did. I'm not going to.
We are finding the derivative of x
That's annoying.
minus 9 cubed.
Turn that off.
And apply
Oh. Let's go down here.
Or
How do you fast forward this thing? Okay. Are they doing just one step? No. What are they doing? First times the derivative of the second plus the second times the derivative of the first. They're doing it the right way. That problem's not correct.
This
We
report
did it
question.
both ways and got the same problem. I have no idea where they got this from.
Can you report the question?
We're talking about a sundial here.
It says it right there. Report question.
Huh?
It says it right there, like where your right next to your toolbar is. Report question.
In the blue.
Oh, right there. They must have added that. Well, why didn't you report it?
Because I thought I was just stupid.
Well, we're not going to touch that. There, I reported it. All right, let's do that one. That's another good one. I don't know if they got it right or not, because if you do the algebra and you do the derivative, and then you do the derivative, and you get the algebra, and you get the same answer, their answer is wrong. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I don't like to use the quotient rule. I like to use the product rule, so I'm not going to use the quotient rule. Why do you not want to use the quotient rule because it's too many what? Parts. So I'm going to use the product rule. So I'm going to rewrite it as f of x is equal to 5x times what? X squared plus 6 raised to the negative what? 1/2 power. Now I would not use the algebra first here because you got to the negative 1/2 power and that ain't going to come out good. So just use the product rule. First times the derivative of the second plus the second times the derivative of the first. And if you can't do it, just consider yourself a failure in life. Find you a van, live down by the river. Somebody told me Hannah was doing a skit about the van down by the river. One of the Hannah students said they were doing a skit in the, what is it, the senior thing that you do? What do y'all call it now?
Mr. T.O.? Mr. T.O. Hannah?
No. Don't y'all have a fun thing to do at the end of the year where everybody gets up on stage and does something stupid or does a talent show or something? Well, I guess these people are making it up, okay? They said they were doing a skit for something and it was down by the river.
I bet it's like
a guy's pet.
yeah.
But it's like they do a bunch of stuff. They're not actually.
Is that true? There's a 3 back. Keeper, what happened to the 3? In the denominator, it's 2x, x squared plus 6 to the 3rd power?
We haven't done anything. What do you mean? What do you mean what happened to 3?
You put it in the numerator.
Okay, x squared plus 6 to the 1/2 power. It's in the bottom, and then you move it up. You're looking at the answer. Don't look at the answer.
Yeah. All right, I'm there. Back. Well, it's on the big screen. That's fine.
Now, usually when I'm not running late, I usually have the fried eggs, the bacon, and the sausage.
Turkey bacon?
Huh?
Turkey bacon?
Yeah, I've had all different. I mean, I don't mind. I just don't eat carbs. Try not to.
Why?
Because I've been on a keto diet for the last year and a half.
Why?
I heard that was bad.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's about the only way I could lose weight. And the keto diet is not bad for you. My good friend who's a heart doctor, he's on it. He's been on it for like 5 years. It's just the carb and the sugar industry don't want anybody to know about it. Because carbon and sugar in it are killing people.
Yeah, I would keto, but I'm pretty sure if I stop drinking energy drinks, I'll die.
What?
Like, see, I would do keto, but I'm pretty sure if I stop drinking energy drinks, I'll just die.
Keto is hard. I did it for like.
You don't have to drink. You don't have to quit drinking certain stuff. You just have to go sugar free.
Well, yeah, actually, they do make
It's got
sugar-free.
caffeine in it. If it's got caffeine in it, you can still drink it. Dang old coffee. Dang old
Is that what you're doing?
liquid stevia.
Is that what you're on, Hebert? Keto?
No, I'm on just straight vodka, cranberry juice. You take the vodka and the cranberry juice and you put it in a hair dryer and you dang old dry it in the oven until it turns to powder, and that's what you get right there. Somebody's gonna go on and try that.
Click
That's a joke. Sense of humor. First times the derivative of the second. X squared plus 6 to the negative 1/2 prime plus the second times the derivative of the first. And like I said, a lot of people would rather do the product rule versus the quotient rule. But that's up to you. So, let's go ahead and do 5x. And then that's going to be negative 1/2 times x squared plus 6, negative 1/2 minus 2/2. And then what is the derivative of x squared? 2x. And plus x squared plus 6 to the negative 1/2 times 5. And now we're just going to do algebra. 5x times, I'm going to just put a bracket here, negative 1/2 x squared plus 6 to the negative what? 3/2 times 2x brackets plus 5 times x squared plus 6 to the negative 1/2 power. Okay, clean up that brackets. Clean those brackets up. What happens to that 2 and that 1/2?
Negative 1.
That x and that negative can come out where? Come out to that negative 5. I meant that 5. So I'm going to get negative what? 5x squared. And then I'm going to get x squared plus 6 to the negative 3/2. I'm going to just leave this. I'll take off that bracket because we don't need it anymore. Plus 5 times x squared plus 6 to the negative 1/2 power. Now, I understand how they're getting the x squared plus 6 to the 3rd power because they're bringing this downstairs and getting a what? Common what? Denominator, Hubert. So let's do that. Or you could factor out an x squared plus 6 to the negative 3/2 power, but it's easier if you just make a common denominator, because if you factor it out, then that will blow y'all's mind. Some of y'all will, start convulsing if I try that. So we're not going to do that. All right, negative 5x squared over x squared plus 6 to the what? 3/2 power. Plus 5 over x squared plus 6 to the what? 1/2 power. And that's where they're getting the square root of x squared plus third to the third power. Y'all see that? Okay, now you've got to say to yourself, how many times will 1/2 go into 3/2? 3/2 times, 1/2 will go into 3/2. You got to add the what? You got to add the exponents. It'll be 2/2 x squared plus, so you get 5x to the 2/2 up here. So that's going to give you negative 5x squared plus 5 times, I'm thinking, if you factor out x to the negative 3/2, that's going to be x squared plus 6. And negative 1/2 minus 3/2, that's going to be a square. It's going to be a square. Be x squared plus 6 to the second power all over x squared plus 6 to the 3/2 power. Okay, now we've got this part right here. We've got that part, because what is 3/2? The square root of x squared plus 3 to the third power. So that's that. So now all you got to do is do your shortcut up here, and the 5x squared is going to cancel. You're going to be left with 30 when you get through, because what's 5 times 6? 30. So that's where it's going to happen. So now, if you do it by the quotient rule, you might see it a little bit quicker. Let's do the quotient rule. So let me clear this. Quotient rule says denominator, well, that's going to be, let me rewrite it. Y is equal to 5x over x squared plus 6 to the 1/2 power. So denominator times the numerator prime minus the numerator times denominator prime. You know, if I was to use posters, I wouldn't have to do all this.
Correct. That's weird.
Innovative teaching. All over denominator what?
Squared.
Denominator squared to the 1/2 raised to the what? Second power. All right, start cleaning that up now. Now the denominator's easy, because what happens with the 2 and the 1/2? They cancel, so you're left with x plus 6 to the first power.
What's the answer to that last one?
I don't know.
Is that what you got written down?
You should.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 5 times x squared plus 6 to the 1/2 power minus brackets 5x times, well, we got to bring that 1/2 out front, x squared plus 6, 1/2 minus 2/2. And then what's the derivative of x squared? 2x. Why did I make that, why did I make that subtraction symbol red, and why am I making it red right there?
Don't forget about it.
Because it's going to mess up your answer if you're going to get the whole problem wrong because of that minus symbol. And that's going to be x squared plus 6. Okay, let's clean that up. We got to clean this up in the brackets now. That 2x is going to cancel that x. So there's that 5x squared again. So we're going to get 5 times x squared plus 6 to the 1/2 power minus brackets. Okay, I'm going to bring all these out because you can bring all of them out because it's the multiplicative law. So multiplication right here, multiplication right here, multiplication right here. So you can put all of them out front. So I'm going to do that. 5x times 1/2 times 2x, and then x squared plus 6 raised to the what? What is 1/2 minus 2/2? Minus 1/2, Hubert. Thank you, class. That's a minus. All over x squared plus 6. Now I'm going to make this smaller, and y'all keep on going. Miss Shuttleworth, this is a good problem. You did good. Pretty good for the only person doing homework, right? I'm sorry, I should have said that. Miss Shuttleworth, you're making good decisions. You know that's not good. It's that freaking noise. Y'all supposed to make good decisions. I was looking on Facebook yesterday, and somebody sent me a video of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold.
I love when people imitate Arnold Schwarzenegger. When the comedians do, oh God. Anyway, he was saying that you need to make goals. He was saying his 5, he's like 107 now. So his 5 goals for being successful, and one was make a goal, make good decisions, work, what's that word? Work hard, and then there was one more, and then give back in philanthropy and all that stuff. But ignore. Somebody tell me what that is.
It sounds like a
Comes on every time you call.
Ignore the naysayers. Okay? But those first 3, goal, good decisions, and work hard. Shut up. Just shut up and keep going. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna get. Where in America, if you're goal oriented and you make good decisions and you work hard, you're chastised for it.
Everything's backwards.
And you're racist. X squared plus 6 to the 1/2 power minus, all right, tell me what happens. Tell me what happens here. The 2 and the 1/2 cancel. And that leaves us with 5x what? 5x squared, Hubert. Thank you, class. Y'all supposed to interact with me. Okay, that's fine. All of you will fail. That's all there is to it.
It used to be
X squared plus 6 to the negative 1/2 power all over x squared plus 6. Now what?
to multiply
But you can distribute the negative.
Yes.
You can bring that x plus 6 to the negative 1/2, bring it down. So let's do that. Let's do that. I need to make it smaller, dadgummit. What time is it? I hear some of y'all going into convulsions. Is it already time to go?
No.
No, we got 10:40. Oh yeah, we got 20 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna make that real small. 5x or 5x squared plus 6 raised to the 1/2 power. And then minus 5x squared. And then I'm going to bring, I'm just going to rewrite it right now. X squared plus 6 to the negative 1/2 power over x plus 6. X squared plus 6. Now I could bring this x to the, I can bring this down. So that's going to give me 5x squared plus 6 to the 1/2 power minus 5x squared over x squared plus 6 to the 2/2 power times x squared plus 6 to the what? 1/2 power. Simplify the denominator. What do you do to the denominator? Well, that's going to give us 2. What's 2/2 plus 1/2?
3/2.
And that's what we got right here. 3/2 right there. I mean, right here. 3/2. So the bottom, we're going to get top 5x squared plus 6 to the 1/2 power minus 5x squared over x to the x squared plus 6 to the 3/2 power. And then up here, that's going to be a square root. And in order to add square roots, you got to get another square root. So you're going to have to multiply this one by x squared plus 6 to the 3/2 to make that 4/2. But I'm good right here because you see you got the denominator. And that should be about what we got on the last one. But you don't need to take it all the way down because, I mean, you can play with the top because it's all algebra. Like I said, here is only calculus. The rest of it is all algebra. So you should be able to whittle it down and get the 5x on, I meant the 30 on top. Okay? All right, let's take a few minutes and look at the table. Well, I've still got more questions. We'll just keep going. We'll just keep looking at the questions because I want to answer questions and we can go over the tests later. I think that was all yours on that question. This is exponential. Okay, let's take a look at this one. I'll write it if you can't see it. This is a good test question. So f of x is equal to negative natural log of x minus 1 over 5e to the 4th. Now, what is tricky about this question? What is the bait? What's the bait?
The 5e, 1 over 5e to the 4th.
Why is that the bait?
It's the thing, what's the word?
Because it looks complicated.
Yes.
No, what is 1 over 5e to the 4th? What is that?
Regular number.
0.
Nobody can tell me what that is. That sound?
We all did it too. It's been doing it for a while.
Does it only happen when you talk?
I think it's easily.
It might be. Could be.
I think it's something feedback and easily, because when Easily talks, it doesn't. Hell, I don't. All right. What is this right here? I'm going to highlight this, and we did this in the notes the other day. What is that?
Constant.
Thank you. You're the one that listened. Okay? That is a constant. What about pi? Is pi a constant?
Yes.
Remember me saying the square root of 2? Square root of 2 is a constant. So when they do that, what they're doing is trying to get you to fall for the bait and making you go, okay, that's 5e to the -4th, and that's going to be -4e to the -1. And they're trying to get you to take the derivative of it. You don't have to because it's a number. And the derivative of a number is what?
1.
0.
0.
The derivative of a number is 0. Text your friends while I'm teaching. Appreciate it. Don't ask me a question. I'll start texting my friends. And what's the derivative of the natural log of x? So that's your answer.
Garbage. Okay.
Tell your friend that you're in class. Oh, it's your mom? Okay, well, you're excused. Tell her you're going to fail now because hey, Mom, teacher just gave me a 0 because of you. Next, difference quotient. That's not the difference quotient. Why is it in the difference quotient? That's not the difference quotient. That's just a regular fraction. A regular. So go ahead. Does it only do it when I talk?
I think so, yes.
So
I think it's just
somebody
some kind of
turn your
feedback.
keyboard down a little bit. Turn both the TV down and the keyboard volume on the camera. Turn it down. Maybe that'll help. Okay. So here we go. I really don't care about this. All I care about is the derivative. So f of x is equal to -2.4 x to the second power. What rule are we going to use here? I'll give you a hint. It starts with a P. Not the product rule, but the power rule. So bring that out front. 2 times 2.4 is 4.8 x to the 2 minus 1. -4.8 x to the first, or -4.8 x. That's the derivative. Now, what do they want you to do after you, what does the 1.5 in parentheses mean? Plug and
I
what?
want you to chug.
Plug and chug. So 4.8 times 1.5, crank it out. Negative should be your answer. And I try to give you a couple of those questions on the test, just so y'all will make above a 50. Although some people still will make a 42. Anybody want to bet me? I didn't think so. .1. It's a good test question. Again, on the scale of 1 to 10, it's not a very difficult question. But the reason people get confused with this question is they think they have to use the product rule or the power rule. No. The only time you need to use the product rule or the power rule, the quotient rule or the chain rule, is when you see parentheses and fractions. Okay? When you see something like this, you just take the derivative of each term. And that's the number one problem students have with these type questions. They think, oh my gosh, do I use the product rule or the quotient rule or the chain rule? 1, there's no parentheses. 2, there's no fractions. 3, there's no parentheses, then there's another set of parentheses. So when you got something like this, you just take the derivative of each term. So that's going to be f of x is equal to -7x to the second minus 3x minus 8. So 2 times 7 is -14x to the 2 minus 1. 1 times 3 is 3, x to the 1 minus 1. 0 times 8 is 0, x to the -1. That goes out. So -14, x to the first, minus 3, x to the 0, which is -14x minus what? 3. Nobody ever writes a problem like that. I don't know where these people come from. And will it mark it wrong if you don't put that little dot there?
No, I don't think it.
I hope not. Okay, next one. Okay, what's this one? All right, I think we went over trigonometry. What's the derivative of the cosine?
Negative.
Sine. What's the derivative of the sine? I mean the cosine. Negative sine. So that's why that turns to a positive and this turns to a negative. I'm sorry. Derivative of the cosine is negative sine. Capiche?
Yep.
So that's pretty self-explanatory. Okay? Now, Messenger is a pain. I'm going to start turning it off. Good gosh. Okay. Next. Business models. All right, this is another one that they're giving you G of X. Okay, these are not nice problems. But what they're asking you to do here is they're giving you G of X right here and H of X. Write the product function. So multiply this times this. Okay? And they want you to simplify it. That's what they want you to do, Miss Shuttleworth. Okay? Then they want you to take the derivative of it. It looks like that's what they want you to do. Not a nice problem. But let's go ahead and break it down and do it. So here is G of X is equal to 7e to the 3.5x. And H of X is equal to 7 times 3.5 to the x power. And when they say f of x, they mean they want you to multiply these two together. Of course, they don't tell you that. Oh, I hate those stuff. So 7e to the 3.5x times 7 3.5 to the x power. Okay. Now, what is 7 times 7?
49.
49. I'll take that out, take that out. And then 3.5 to the x power times e to the 3.5x should be your answer. Okay, now that is your answer. That's f of x. That's multiply g of x times h of x, okay? Now, they want you to take the derivative of that function. And what I would do is I would go back up here and I would probably, well, the 49 would be out here. These are the two that you're actually going to have to use the product rule with. Okay? So I'm going to pull the 49 out. I'm just going to do first times the derivative of the second. Second times the derivative of what?
First.
Okay, now you just got to remember your rules for derivatives of exponentials and logarithms. Because I told you this one is real easy. You just got to remember the chain rule. What's the derivative of e to the x? E to the x. But you got to take the derivative of the x, which is 1, and put it out front. Okay? So, let's go through and do this. Well, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller and move it. Y'all go ahead and do it. Really? Okay, so 49 times 3.5x. Now I'm going to take the derivative here. All right. The derivative of e to the 3.5x is e to the 3.5x, right? But what's the derivative of 3.5x?
3.5.
I'm going to put that in blue. E to the 3.5x times 3.5 plus e to the 3.5x. Now remember, if you have a number to the x power, then that's going to be 3.5 to the x times the natural log of 3.5, right?
Right.
Y'all learned that from your rules the other day. So that's going to be 3.5x times the natural log of 3.5. And now you just try to combine the heck out of whatever you can. You can multiply the 3.5 times 3.5 and maybe multiply that times the 49. I wouldn't do that. Maybe that's what they did, because you got to distribute that 49 with both of these. So distribute. So that's going to be 49 times 3.5x. Or is that 3.5? Yeah, 3.5x. Times 3.5 times e to the 3.5x. I just brought everything. And then 49. I'm sorry, I changed colors on y'all. Plus 49 e to the 3.5x times 3.5 to the x natural log of 3.5. Somebody multiply 49 times 3.5 times 3.5 and see if you don't get that 171.
Yep.
Okay. So if you play with that, this is your answer. I'm trying to get as many questions as I can. So there's your answer. So here's right here, 49 e to the 5x. Okay, they didn't 49 e to the 3.5x and then 3.5x times the natural log. They just have this written in a different order, which is fine. So this is right. And I think if you do that, you'll get this right here. So it's a yucky question. I'll give you that one. That one's yucky. With me?
Yep.
Okay. Next. I'm trying to get as many as I can. I know some of y'all are going to fall over and dead in a minute, but 3.2 quotient power rule. That's a good test question right there. We'll finish. Let's just Miss Ingram, remember Tuesday. If y'all want to wait till I'll extend the test a couple more days next week. I didn't know I was going to get bogged down here. But let's just finish doing these and we'll preview the test Tuesday. I'll extend the test another couple of days for those that need it, okay? Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
Good weekend.